And upon like this.
Good morning.
Don't put you on the road. That's just designed to keep you occupied where you go, where you live your life. So everything in life that we experience that's not godly is designed to keep us on the highway to hell. It's designed to keep us occupied, to keep us enjoying ourselves, to keep us not paying attention, whatever it might be. So, but we all were born on it. But as you travel through life, headed out of this life, and on the Broadway, there's always warning signs and exit ramps. On the Broadway, the Lord says, many that be on it. A lot of people on it. But they don't have to stay on it. If you live life, it's going to be opportunity to get off. It's going to be opportunity to get saved. It's going to be opportunity where you hear about Jesus. It's going to be opportunity where somebody pass your track, where you hear a sermon on TV, where your parents take you to church. All these are warnings and exit ramps. Because you're born on it. We living on it. We born headed to hell. We just have opportunities to get off. But most of the life stuff is designed to keep us on it. There's plenty out there to distract you and to keep you not wanting to come to church, not wanting to hear anything about God, not worried about moral values, not just worried about yourself, making yourself happy, doing what you want to do, satisfying the flesh. That don't make you go to hell. That just keeps you going to hell. See, because the key to it is you born going there. You're born going there. But the Lord been good. The Lord has provided warning signs and exit ramps. So on this Broadway, that super expressway where everybody seems to be today rushing faster and faster to get out of this life of all kind of sin and drugs and morality, all kinds of stuff going on there. They rushing. There are opportunities to get out. They come in the form of sometimes a preacher say something. Sometimes some co-workers talk to you, invite you to church. Sometimes someone want to talk to you about Jesus. Sometimes your parents start telling you, well, dog, son, you know that God, all these are warning time and opportunities to say, look, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. So God has provided warning signs and exit ramps to every human being that live a normal life, that have a normal mind, to get off the highway to hell or the Broadway. You can get off the Broadway. No one has to stay on the Broadway that leads to destruction. But you can stay on it. Because as you go, you can ignore every sign. You can curse out the preacher. You can stop going to church soon as you get out of your parents' house. Right? You can go off and decide you want to be gay. It's all up to you. But all those things do is keep you on the road. They don't put you on the road. They keep you on that road. So the highway to hell got a lot of people on it and a lot of things out there to keep them distracted, to keep them occupied. So they never pay attention to where they are going. They don't realize where they are going. They don't realize where they're going to end up at. So when they talk about this Broadway and narrow way, Jesus said, many that be on, because most of the world, they are not saved. That's why it's the Broadway. Most people in the world ain't saved. You got more false religion in the world that outnumber so-called Christian, period. Even the so-called Christian denominations don't outnumber the world false religions, people. Buddha and Islam and Hinduism, they outnumber us big time. So most of the world is on the Broadway. That's why the Bible says it's a Broadway. But don't think there's not a chance for them to get off. Every time an Arab person hear about Jesus, he can pursue that. Every time a radio announcement go to India and Jesus mentioned in their language, that's the chance to get off. That's the warning sign. God has provided all kind of opportunities for people to get off the Broadway. Right. But many that still be on it. Why? Because they want to be on it. And Satan is good about giving you all this stuff to keep you occupied so you don't want to get off. That's true. But don't think God ain't opportunity on the way. So you picture somebody going down the highway and all of a sudden you decide to pull off just a minute to get a bite to eat. Somebody's mentioned Jesus to him. I don't want to hear that. I don't believe it. He get back in his car and he go on down that road again. But he had a chance, right? Somebody talked to him. So as lost people or people in life pass through life and don't know Jesus, don't think that they don't have a chance to get off this highway to hell. There are warning signs and exit ramps all along the way. God done provided it. They all lead to Jesus. But there are plenty of opportunities if you live a normal life to get off the highway to hell. God done made them. Churches and tracts and television programs and people witnessing to you, Christian parents, on and on it goes. And most people done had an opportunity if they had lived a normal life. They heard about, especially in America, they heard about Jesus or somewhere in this America. Somewhere you could have said, wait a minute, let me go check out that service. Let me go watch that preacher. Let me read that tract. That was an opportunity. So the highway to hell got plenty of people on it. There's more and more on it now than it used to be. I can tell you that now. That 6-lane road is crowded. So you can stay on the highway to hell. You born on it. You ain't got to get off of it. It's up to you. It's your decision. It's all about you. Yeah, you can zoom through life, ignore everything spiritual, and drive yourself straight on off into hell. That is your business. You're right. Can't nobody stop you. The guy that wrote the song was right. He said, hey, mama, look at me. I'm on the highway to hell. No stop sign, no speed limit, and ain't nobody gonna slow me down. It was all about him. That's true. Where you go once you leave this life is all about you. But you born on this highway to hell. You didn't have nothing to do with that. Adam made sure. By one man sin into the world, and death by sin. Adam put you on the highway to hell. You on it. But no one got to stay on it. No one has to stay. Jesus made Jesus Christ exit ramps all along the way. And people talking and speaking and trying and warning and trying to get you to get off. But you ain't got to. So this highway to hell is just a road that people are on. But Satan gives you plenty of things to keep you distracted. Love of money, lust of the flesh, pride of life, on and on it goes. So you stay happy on your way to hell. Stay happy on your way to hell. That's what's going on with a lot of people. They're satisfied with what they got in this life and they ain't worried about the next life. Now over here on the other side, remember that little narrow road? There's a little path, little 1-lane road. You know, that's that straight gate, that narrow gate. That's the highway, we call it the highway to heaven. It's heading out of life too. Both of them going out of life. Both of them going the same way, out of this life. But this 6-lane road ain't got no bridge down there. The highway to hell ain't, once you get so far, it ain't nothing to get across. You drop right off in the hell. This little narrow road, 1-lane road, as you head out of life, it's got a bridge. It's got a bridge down there. So when you get there in your life, there's a bridge there. You won't fall off in the hell. That bridge to the cross is made out of the cross. You just move on the cross into the next life. So the highway to heaven, or the great gate, got a Jesus Christ cross bridge there to make sure you get to the next. Now what's so good about the narrow way, the straight gate, when you get off, thank God a lot of us got off that highway to hell. We took the exit ramp somewhere in our life. We exit off. We saw that Jesus Christ exit ramp. Somebody invited church, we found Jesus. We got off. We came over, we got on this narrow way. Both of them going the same way out of this life, right? Now we on the highway to heaven or the straight. What's so good about it? You can't get off of it. See, once you get on the straight gate or the narrow way, you can't even get off. It has no exit ramp. There's no exit ramps on the narrow. There's no exit ramp on the straight gate. Once you on it, ain't no place to turn. You can't get off the straight way. Once you on it, you stop. Or you can slow down. You can stop. But you can't, ain't no turn around places, and ain't no exit ramps. You got to stay on it. There's no way to get off going there. Once you trust Jesus, you get on the narrow way. And you can't even get off. Isn't that good? Isn't that once you get on the straight way, you can't get off? And once you accept the Lord, you can't even get off that road that leads you to eternal life. So the straight way, you can get on there, and you ain't got to worry about ever not making it. You might not get there the same time everybody else. He might have to come and get you off that road and bring you on, but you ain't getting off. Even if you stop, Jesus is going to come and find you. He's going to come and find you because you're on his road. And he's going to bring you on in that straight. Because the straight is the way that leads to life. So we understand how salvation works. The narrow way or the straight gate have no exit ramps. It have no turnaround points. You are stuck once you trust Jesus. You don't have no choice. I don't want to be on the narrow way. I don't want to be on the straight way. He don't care. You on my road. You got off and got on it. Now you can't get off. Well, I'm going to sit down on the road. I'm going to come and get you anyway. I'm going to come and get you and take you on where you're going. You ain't got to make sure you make it there. He going to make sure you make it there. Ain't that the way it works? See, we have to understand something. I can get off the highway to hell and get on the narrow way, the highway to heaven, and get mad and sit down on the road. Pull off to the side and just stop. I'm not even going to go on anymore. The Lord is going to come and get me. Yeah. Because nobody's going to be left on my road. I'm going to come down there and clean it all off and take you all where you got to go. Well, I wish I could go back. He don't care if you wish you could go back. You can't. Ain't no turnaround spots. Ain't no exit ramps. It's called eternal security. So once you get on the narrow way, a once saved, always saved. Some people don't like that term. I don't care if they don't like it or not. That's true. Once saved, once you get on it, you cannot get off. Ain't that good? Right. Then I can be a hard-headed, complaining driver, park my car on the straightway, and he gonna come and drag my behind out of it and take me right on into heaven. Even if I got mad. Because see, once I get on his road, he come by and clean up his road. See, what Lord comes and say, let me go back and get all of them. They broke down. He broke down on the way. Let me go get him and bring him on in. That's really what's going on. So these ways, these broad and narrow ways, just talking about paths or roads or directions. But once you get on it, you can't get off. But that Broadway have all kind of chances to exit. But most people don't pay no attention to it. They pay no attention to that Jesus Christ exit ramp. And one of these days, it's going to pass by, it's going to say last chance, last exit ramp to Jesus. It's going to be a last one at some point. And they're going to put the foot on the gas and go right on by. Get out of my face, Pastor, and slam the door in your face. Next day, a couple days later, you hear they dead. Now, yeah, you can speed right by. You ain't got to stop. You ain't got to get off. You can curse him out. Next thing you know, you did. And I'll give you this story. It was a young lady that the parents were talking to her about being saved, about going to church. They kept trying to, tell her life was going the wrong way, that they wanted her to get right. This young lady cursed her parents out. She had never done that before. She cursed them out, slammed the door, went out and jumped in the car, and took off. A few seconds later, boom, they ran down there. She had a car wreck at the intersection, was dead. Just like that. What no more chances? But they were trying to tell her just prior to her doing that. You want to warn me, you need to use the life story with the Lord. God, yeah, but she didn't want to hear it. Sometimes God lets you have a little bit longer. Sometimes that's your last chance. She passed her last chance exit ramp. And my brother did the same thing. I had a brother, I talked to him about something, I had talked to him years and years about getting saved. He didn't want to. She'll tell you, the Lord impressed me a month before he died. I was impressed to go talk to him. I drove from Tennessee to Alabama, went to his house, we found him. Finally we sit down and talk to him in his living room about needing to be saved. I talked to him for almost an hour. He gave me the same old runaround story. He's like, well, I know I need to get saved. I know I'm not right with God. One of these days I'm going to get right. And when I do it, I'm gonna make sure I do it right, and I'll get saved when I get ready. On and on he went. And I told him, he said, I'll get saved when I get ready. I said, now you're not promised tomorrow. You can't say you get saved when you get ready. That's not how it works. And at that point, the Lord let me know not to say anything. I knew that was all. I said all I needed to say. Well, we had a few pleasures and we said goodbye. We got in the car. We went on back to Tennessee. It wasn't even a month later. I talked to him in July. In August, he was dead. Now, the last thing I said to him was, I said, you say you'll get saved when you get ready. He was a lawyer. I said, you go in there. I said, you might go into these woods one day and you may never come out because that's dangerous work. And you talking about, I'll get saved when I get ready. That's what I said to him. Less than a month later, I get a phone call. Your brother Gene, his name is Gene, he had a logging accident. A tree fell and hit him off the head. And it took an hour for him to get to him. He was brain dead by the time he got to him. He went into the woods and he never came out. It happened just like I said. But he had a chance. I talked to him, but he wasn't ready. He gonna wait till I get ready. Now that's not how it works. Now, so he might have got saved in the last minute. According to his own words, he was a lost man. And less than a month later, no one told me anything different. That he had came to the Lord and said he got saved or nothing. But he was on that highway to hell, but he said, I don't want to get off. He said, I'm having too much fun. That was the word. He told me he was having too much fun. But that's a good example that you don't know how long you got left on that road. Right. When you get a chance to get off, maybe you should take that exit ramp. He could have took it. It was all his decision. Now, what's our job where people are zooming down this highway to hell? Oh, they on it. Our job is to do the same thing somebody done to us. Our job is to keep trying to warn them, to keep trying to tell them, to keep trying to shout that you're going the wrong way. Ain't that what somebody did to us? Someone talked to us about Jesus at some point, right? And that's the only way we got off the highway to hell. Now, too many of us Christians standing around looking at people on the highway to hell and ain't saying nothing to them. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part now. We know they headed the wrong way. We know they in things that ain't godly. And be like, kind of my business. No, we supposed to be sounding an alarm. We supposed to be warning. We supposed to be talking. We supposed to be saying that's not right. That's not godly. And you need to look at your Bible and come to Jesus, not sitting back saying, well, a lot of them out there, but I ain't going to say nothing to none of them. We know they out there. We know more and more going out there. This homosexual lifestyle and drugs, many more out there. This abortion mess going to have many more out there if they get their way. Yeah. We need to be warned. So we got a job to do while these people on the highway to hell. Warn them. Sound the alarm. Point them to the Jesus Christ exit ramp. Right? That's all we can do. We can't make them take it. You can't make them take it. But you're supposed to point them to it. Hey, look, Mr. So-and-so, you know you're 80 years old. You don't know Jesus. You know you ain't got long left. Maybe you consider trusting the Lord, right? He can say no, but we should be talking. All right, son, I know you don't want to go to church no more. You're grown and you mad at everything I taught you, but one day you got to die stand for the Lord. Maybe you should get yourself right? Warning. Sound the alarm. They may not get off, but we shouldn't stop warning. We should stop pointing to that right. Jesus Christ exit ramp. Right. That's our job. Point to that. Jesus Christ will save you. You ain't got to die and go to hell. You can go to a better place. My job to tell you, encourage you, and pray for you, and try to get you to get off. We've been failing as Christians to warn people to get off the highway to hell. A lot of us just sit back and let them go. No concern whatsoever. Even family members, sometimes we don't say nothing to. And that's really sad. Sometimes our own children, we don't even talk to them about the Lord. And they grown, they do it. No, they're on the highway to hell. We should be warning them. So they're on the highway to hell, and people can go fast as they want. but no one has to go. There's a Jesus Christ exit ramp and warning sign, and we are the ones supposed to be sounding the alarm, sounding the warning, letting them know that it don't have to be like that. There's a better place, and there's a better way. So the highway to hell is the broad way, and it's getting crowded, more crowded every day. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't, but it is. But only they can decide to get off. That would be like us. We have to make our decision to get off that highway to hell, right? And everybody else got to make their own one too.
Yeah, that's right.
But we should encourage them and warn them to do that. That's our part. To make sure we do our part. And that's what I encourage us to do. Anybody you know ain't saved, do everything you can to warn them, pray for them, point them, talk to them, so they don't keep going to that broad way to destruction. Or it's a super highway to hell. There's a lot of people on it today. I think it's got bigger, personally. The people zooming off out of this life without Jesus. So that's what I want to give you. The highway to hell. No one has to stay on it. You're born on it, but you can get off it. And thank God, a lot of us took the Jesus Christ exit ramp and got off. I'm glad I took it. I'm glad somebody pointed me to that ramp, and I got off that highway to hell in 1972. I exited off and got on that narrow straight way. But someone had to tell me and let me know about it. So that's all I had for you. So let's try to keep warning and telling people that's our part. Let's not stop doing our part just because a lot of people out there on the way, okay? Our job to keep telling. So let's stand and I pray and let the